Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at NECA's Predator Hunting Grounds Ultimate Samurai Predator. A lot of you asked me to review this, so I thought, what the heck, I haven't reviewed a NECA figure in quite some time. Maybe they've improved some stuff. But previously, most of their Predator figures were basically all the same figure with a few different changes here and there. This one, I was hoping would be like a lot better because there's a lot of new stuff going on here. Obviously, there's a lot of sculpted detail, and it's been a while. I was hoping for a lot of improvement. There's been some. So we have some stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you the package. Oh, I said the package instead of my package. Darn it, some people are going to be mad, some people will... It's amazing how strong the opinions are for that comment. Anyway, here's the packaging. It looks fine. It looks decent. This image here is not the figure, it's the render, and it looks way better. Same thing here, way better than the figure by a lot. And then it does have the window here, like NECA stuff. The figure is not anywhere near as good looking as the in-game model, so that's unfortunate, but there's your NECA packaging, pretty standard stuff. Here is the figure, and yes, the head falls off constantly. So this guy is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store as of right now. I'll put a link in the description below. He stands, I'll just set his head on because what the heck. He stands to the top of his head roughly like 21.5, and then of course you have some stuff sticking up including his hair, and that's going to make him just about, I'll just say 8 in like 3/8, something like that. Here he is up against Darwin for scale purposes. So it's still pretty big, still a lot going on, probably technically worth the money, but we'll see if it actually turned out to be any good. So let's start with the question of the day. Are you guys into these things? I know a lot of you Alien Predator people only like the movie stuff, some of you like the game stuff, extra different things. Let me know how you guys feel about this sort of thing. It's certainly not going to blend in with any of the movie figures. I don't know. I don't see a lot of die-hard Predator people getting this unless they really loved the game, but that's just my hunch. You guys let me know what you think. Alright, so let's get into the aesthetics on this guy. There's a lot of paint job. There's a lot of paint job going on, and it's mostly pretty good. A lot of little details painted. We have the stripper mesh on there with the messed up paint job on the abdomen. The one place it's showing really, and they messed up the paint job there. Messed up the paint job down here too. The X's don't line up with the sculpt. That looks pretty rough. Same thing over here. It's pretty, like there's a lot of paint, but it's not where it belongs in most cases, in which case that's not okay. Even the simpler things up here, the lines are all off. Maybe it's just mine. Maybe every other one is in great condition paint job wise, but mine looks pretty bad in a lot of places. It's a shame because obviously there's a lot of sculpt, a lot of paint, but if the paint's all misaligned, then that's not good. Yeah, same thing for the leg down here. They missed it. It looks terrible because of that. And speaking of looking terrible, this sausage that he has wrapped around his waist, it looks not great. It looks like a very soft sculpt, and I don't love the way that looks. Okay, so then the last thing would be, I guess, is the inconsistency or the inaccuracy with the helmet and faceplate. It doesn't really look like the game. It's close, so like if you're not paying attention, it's fine, but it doesn't look quite right, and I think the game looks much, much better. So there's that. Also, we'll get to that later, the head falls off. So yeah, he looks good at first glance, but the closer you get to him, the less good he looks, and the misaligned paint job basically ruins it. It's like, it might as well not even be there. So I'll give this guy an aesthetic rating of 6 out of 10. You can have all the paint in the world, but if it's all off of the sculpt, then it doesn't really matter. Alright, now as far as accessories go, we do have the helmeted head and the unhelmeted head. The helmeted head just falls right off. The neck joint, or the neck socket, oh my gosh, the socket inside the head that connects to the neck ball peg, it's just stretched out and doesn't hold the head on. The other head, really nice paint job on it. It looks really, really good. The sculpt is good, no real issues. The eyes are aligned properly, that's awesome. And it stays on the body. That's a big plus. Alright, then for hands, you have the 2 open hands. Then you get the 2 gripping hands, and that's it. And then you get the 3 different spears and the sword. Relatively small batch of accessories for a NECA Predator. I guess they've pared those down quite a bit. So, they're good though. I'll go 8 out of 10. It's still fine. They're good enough. Alright, and now it's time for the articulation, where NECA has not been super super effective in the past. We'll see if this guy's any better. He's not. Okay, we'll start with the little blaster up here. It does slide forward and back on his shoulder mounted thingy, but it doesn't rotate at all, or at least if it's supposed to, mine does not. It looks like it's a square thing that's underneath the sliding mechanism, so it actually can't slide, but you do have a hinge, so it can move around. So that's nice. Oh, it's going to break if I try to go back. This one doesn't want to move. But it does have a hinge, a couple of hinges, so that's okay. The neck is on a double ball peg, but like I said, the head just falls off. This is not articulated at all. The torso, we'll get to the arms in a second. The torso has a bunch of layers of stuff. This guy's really encumbered, and it moves some, but not a ton. It's probably fine if you're not going to pose him very dynamically, but he really doesn't move all that much. Yeah, I think they probably would have done better to sculpt more onto the body rather than having a bunch of overlays, which was probably designed to be able to use a different body that wasn't originally intended for this guy, and if it was, then I think that's probably just a poor decision. But yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. Alright, now for the shoulders, it's your standard ball hinge. They get up high enough to horizontal, basically. You're going to get your rotation, except this gets in the way on both sides, so you're pretty limited there. They're also a little bit loose. Don't love that. Bicep swivel is fine, so that's okay. Double jointed elbow, which is pinless. For those of you who love pinless, you get decent range out of that. It's not too bad, so that's okay. The gauntlet does rotate, so that's helpful. You have the extendy blades. Why are they not extending? There we go. They don't go out a whole lot, but they do extend. So there's that. And then the wrists are on a swivel and a hinge. It looks like this. Okay, so pretty basic so far. Torso still kind of sucks. And now for the hips. They're still really loose. I don't know what NECA is doing these days other than making a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff. It's just still really loose. That's how it's designed. They go out to the side plenty. They go forward and back. It's fine. Again, it's just fine. There's nothing that's impressive about this guy. Double jointed knee. Just better than 90 degrees despite being a double joint because of the armor. And then for the ankles, they do have new ankles compared to the last time I've looked at these. They're effectively ball hinges. They're sculpted, but they rotate and then have the hinge. So the hinge, the foot goes back pretty far. Doesn't go forward very far at all, and it does rotate around. So you get like an effective joint, but not going too far forward. I don't know what they were doing with the feet sticking off the sandals like that. I'm pretty sure, like almost positive, it doesn't look like that in the game, and that looks really ridiculous. Yeah, okay, so the articulation on this guy gets a 6 out of 10. It'll pose, but not very well. Not very well at all. Okay, so now it's time for the final verdict. Am I happy to be reviewing a NECA figure again? I am not. I'm not. I think there was a change in the company a few years back, and it seems to have affected all aspects of the company. That's just my hunch. I have no inside information. I have a tiniest bit of inside information, but not much. And it seems like the... I don't know. It feels like NECA's not keeping up with the times, like some of the other companies that have a longer history. It doesn't feel like they're keeping up. So yeah, this guy, it's not a very good figure. It's not super accurate. It doesn't pose super well. It has decent accessories and an almost good paint job, but actually a pretty terrible paint job. I'm going to give it an overall rating, especially because he's kind of expensive, of 6 out of 10. It's fine if you're going to look past all that stuff. Like, there's plenty here to like if you are going to look past the bad stuff. But you have to do that, and so it has a lower rating. I was hoping it would be like really impressive, and it's not. It's underwhelming. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, especially if you're super into the game or if you're super into Predators. That would be really interesting for me to hear from you. So let me know. But that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.